If you have high blood pressure, you're literally walking around like a ticking time bomb because all that increased pressure, day in and day out, puts extra pressure on your entire body, putting extra strain on your circulatory system and every organ of your body, especially your heart and kidneys. It's like driving around on overinflated tires, not a very safe thing to do. You're just asking for trouble or a potentially fatal accident, like a deadly heart attack or stroke. And if your arteries are hardened or clogged even a little bit, well, I'd make sure your affairs are in order and that your loved ones are well prepared for your departure. You might also want to remember to tell them you love them often, because each time you see them could be the last. If I'm frightening you a little, good. High blood pressure may not seem to have any symptoms, but it's deadly serious. In fact, high blood pressure is a leading cause of death from a variety of ailments, from heart attacks and strokes to kidney failure. That's the bad news. Now here is some good news. What if I told you that a delicious banana split like this could actually help cure your high blood pressure? Well, it can. And I'll tell you how in just a minute. You see, many natural remedies can lower your blood pressure naturally, without the expense and awful side effects of today's high blood pressure medications. And not only that, as you can see, some of them are absolutely delicious. That's why if you're looking to cure your high blood pressure naturally, not just treat it with drugs, but actually fix it for good, the next few minutes may have a truly life-changing effect on your health and your life. Because in this short video, I'm going to reveal some truly shocking facts that the big drug companies spend millions of dollars trying to keep from you, including the very real possibility that all their expensive and dangerous blood pressure drugs may not actually keep you from getting heart attacks or stroke, or extending your life in the slightest. Hello, my name is Joe Barton, and I'm the founder and president of Barton Publishing, one of the largest health publishing companies in the country. For years, we've specialized in uncovering the very best natural cures for many of today's most troublesome health problems. In fact, we've helped thousands of people just like you cure their health problems naturally, safely, and inexpensively, including heartburn, allergies, arthritis, high cholesterol, gallbladder and kidney stones, and of course, that all too common problem, high blood pressure. Look, I know it's not easy having high blood pressure. It's scary, and the side effects of the drugs can make you feel terrible. But now you have a real alternative, because we've uncovered literally dozens of all-natural ways to lower and even completely eliminate high blood pressure. And unlike drugs, these remedies do it without nasty side effects. How? Most of them do it by getting to the root of what's causing your blood pressure to rise in the first place. That's why so many of these natural remedies don't just lower your blood pressure, they can dramatically improve your overall health as well. Like this delicious banana split. The secret, as you may have guessed, is the bananas. You see, bananas are packed with potassium, and potassium just happens to be one of the most important nutrients ever discovered when it comes to treating high blood pressure. In fact, researchers at prestigious Duke University found that getting more potassium can lower your blood pressure by as much as 20 points. And that's for folks with the greatest risk of high blood pressure. Here at Barton Publishing, we've also uncovered an amazing brown rice cure that can completely eliminate high blood pressure in as little as 7 days. You actually have to be careful that you don't lower your blood pressure too much. That's why you should never try these natural remedies without checking with your doctor first. They may be natural, but they are really powerful. But those aren't even the most incredible breakthroughs we've discovered. We also found that, in many cases, high blood pressure can be cured with water. That's right, plain, ordinary water. And that bread can actually lower your blood pressure, but only if it's the right kind. Here's one I really love. We uncovered a simple handheld device you just squeeze a few times a week. Testing found that it lowered blood pressure 7 times better than doing regular exercise and twice as effectively as those nasty drugs. Even the Harvard Heart Letter raved about this one. But do these natural cures we found really work? Here's what Yvonne Sconyers of Kelowna, Illinois wrote me about that. Quote, I took your advice, and within 2 weeks, my blood pressure was lowered from 160 over 110 to 127 over 75. And from Timothy Hall, quote, in 5 days, I lowered my readings by 40 points. It is just amazing how a simple change can do what modern medicine could not. And Grant Thorne of Alberta, Canada wrote me to say, quote, my doctor said I would never get off the meds. Was he wrong? I just love it when people take control of their own health like that. But if these cures are so great, why aren't you being told about them? Good question, but be prepared because the answer may shock you. In fact, when I discovered what was actually going on behind the scenes of the medical industrial complex, it really made my blood boil, because it's nothing less than a great high blood pressure hoax. You see, blood pressure drugs are a whopping $10 billion a year business. That's bigger than the gross domestic product of 57 separate countries. That's why the big pharmaceutical companies can afford to spend millions of dollars a year advertising and promoting their drugs, striving to convince you and your doctor that everyone with high blood pressure should be taking them. They certainly don't want you to know you can lower your blood pressure with bananas, bread, rice, or a few hand squeezes a week. The drug companies hate natural cures because they can't patent them and make money selling them. Most of them cost little or nothing anyway. Some even grow in your backyard. Just imagine what would happen to the drug companies' bottom lines if everybody started curing their blood pressure naturally. So what do? They hire a bunch of PR flacks in expensive suits to go out and harass your congressman and senator every time they step out of their office. They spread lies about natural cures. They lobby to get restrictive laws passed against natural cures and what you can say about them. They spread the word that natural cures are unsafe and untested. Unsafe? When was the last time you heard of someone having side effects from eating a banana, maybe slipping on the peel? And untested? Natural cures for high blood pressure have been used successfully by millions for thousands of years. Let me tell you what really makes me angry about this. Those drug industry fat cats are attempting to limit our options and our freedom to make informed choices about our own health care. That's one of the main reasons I started Barton Publishing, to make sure people have real alternatives so they can make informed decisions and truly take control of their own health. And did you know that high blood pressure is the top reason people see physicians? Patients make appointments to get tested and get prescriptions. They must come back to get rechecked and have their medications adjusted. Then they're back again and again to deal with the many side effects of the drugs. All those visits are a huge revenue source for doctors. It's a big incentive for them to not question the drug company's propaganda and just keep prescribing billions of dollars worth of high blood pressure drugs every year. Trouble is, the side effects of these drugs are awful and can include dizziness, headaches, diarrhea, constipation, nausea, erectile dysfunction, menstrual problems, heart palpitations, fatigue, and weakness, and in some cases, kidney or liver failure. And as you probably know only too well if you're currently taking any high blood pressure medications, some of these side effects aren't all that rare. In fact, most people who take high blood pressure medications experience at least some side effects, which makes sense if you think about it. Because blood pressure drugs force your body to lower the pressure of your circulatory system. Diuretics do it by forcing out water. Other drugs do it by inhibiting signals from your nervous system or blocking calcium or other chemicals and hormones. You can't mess around with the functioning of your body like that and not expect side effects. But here's the real kick in the pants and the worst part of this massive high blood pressure hoax. All these expensive side effect laden drugs may not even be doing one bit of good when it comes to prolonging your life or keeping you from having a deadly heart attack or a paralyzing stroke. Wow, did you hear me right? Indeed you did. High blood pressure drugs may not prolong your life or even prevent heart attacks or strokes. In fact, years of studies have not shown anyone to live a single day longer because of high blood pressure medication. One absolutely mind-blowing study of 5,000 people really left doctors scratching their heads. It compared people taking high blood pressure drugs to those not taking them. To everyone's shock, it found those taking the drugs got 12% more heart attacks, more kidney failure, and more blindness. The reason for this is that high blood pressure drugs only suppress a symptom, the high blood pressure itself, by forcing your blood pressure down in various ways. These drugs do nothing for the underlying problem that's causing your body to increase blood pressure in the first place. That's why drugs don't actually cure high blood pressure, they only control it. Just ask your doctor. What's more, the side effects can wreak havoc with your overall health and well-being. So it's like a ticking time bomb that your doctor may have told you about. The high blood pressure drugs silence the sound of the ticking, but the clock may well still be silently counting down toward a heart attack or stroke. So let's see. You have to suffer the drug's awful side effects, which can range from annoying to downright life-altering, and you may not even have a better chance of living longer or being more healthy. In fact, you become less healthy. This is absurd! See why I'm so angry about this high blood pressure hoax? When I discovered all this, I knew I had to do something about it. I told my editors and staff to create a report with everything someone with high blood pressure would need to lower blood pressure safely and naturally without those expensive and dangerous drugs. They came back to me and said, "Joe, one report just isn't enough. We also need to include lots of other materials like a workbook to guide them and help them monitor their progress, a heart-healthy cookbook, and an interview with Dr. Saunders on how to work with your doctor to get off blood pressure drugs. And by the way," they continued, "almost everybody wants to lose weight these days, and losing weight is great for your blood pressure. So wouldn't it be great to include that terrific report Dr. Saunders did on his surefire natural weight loss method? His patients just rave about it." I told them to go ahead with everything, but I had one condition. I said, "Include everything you think they need. Really do this right. But we're not going to charge a dime more for it than we do for our regular reports. This is just too important. I want as many people as possible off those awful drugs." We decided to call it the High Blood Pressure Solution Kit, because that's exactly what it is, a complete, all-natural solution to high blood pressure. It will start you down the road to a much longer and healthier life. It gives you real alternatives to the pharmaceutical merry-go-round that so many patients get stuck on: drugs, side effects, and then more drugs to counteract the side effects. It's jam-packed with honest, powerful advice you can take action on immediately, including dozens of today's best natural remedies for high blood pressure, from herbs and foods to cutting-edge stress relief techniques. In short, the High Blood Pressure Solution Kit tells you exactly what will, and what won't, help you safely, naturally, and affordably drop your blood pressure to levels that will bring a big smile to your doctor's face. I truly believe my staff really outdid themselves on this one. They've created a kit I believe is the easiest, fastest, and most effective way to lower your blood pressure naturally. The High Blood Pressure Solution Kit features our Chief Medical Advisor, Dr. Scott Saunders, MD, Medical Director of the Integrative Medical Center of Santa Barbara. He not only oversees and approves everything in the kit, he has personally prescribed many of the remedies firsthand to his patients. So he has seen exactly how they work and how amazing the results are. But the most important question is, will the High Blood Pressure Solution Kit work for you? Will you, too, be able to lower your blood pressure naturally without drugs? I personally guarantee that you will, or as you'll discover in a few minutes, you pay nothing. But first, let's briefly look at everything you get in the High Blood Pressure Solution Kit. The Blood Pressure Remedy Resource Guide is packed with the latest research on high blood pressure and how to cure it easily, safely, inexpensively, and of course, naturally. It's where you'll discover what really works, why it works, and how to make it work for you. Natural Remedies That Work for High Blood Pressure is your quick reference guide to all the high blood pressure remedies and cures the big drug companies don't want you to know about. Most are as close as your kitchen or a quick trip to the grocery store. 37 recipes for normalized blood pressure turns your kitchen into your healing pharmacy. You'll not only learn how to incorporate blood pressure lowering ingredients into your meals, you'll discover a whole new world of deliciously healthier eating. And the handy grocery list for lowering blood pressure makes purchasing all the items you'll need as simple as bringing it with you to the store. The blood pressure workbook will take you step by step through what you need to do to lower your blood pressure. Create your own customized plan and document your success along the way. But it really should be called the Blood Pressure Playbook, not Workbook, because it's so much fun to watch as your blood pressure numbers keep going down. 50 ways to naturally lower blood pressure includes 50 easy and often quite surprising things you can do right now, each one of them capable of taking a few points off of your blood pressure. And it's all on one single Carry It With You Anywhere page. In How to Work with Your Doctor to Get Off Drugs, Dr. Saunders gives you an MD's insider perspective on how to make your physician an important, fully supportive part of your natural blood pressure lowering team. You get both a recording of the entire 32-minute interview as well as a full transcription. This is a very special bonus. Dr. Saunders' Natural Weight Reduction Program. The secret weight loss program his patients pay literally thousands of dollars to learn. If you've had trouble losing weight and keeping it off, you're going to love Dr. Saunders' uniquely simple approach. Losing weight is just one of many ways to lower your blood pressure, but few things can have a bigger impact on your overall health and enjoyment of life. Be sure to limit your weight loss to 2 to 4 pounds of fat per week, no more. The Remedy Pledge may be the most important element of all in the kit. It's a simple promise to yourself and your loved ones to naturally free yourself from high blood pressure. It may sound a bit hokey, but don't underestimate it. The High Blood Pressure Remedy Pledge is extraordinarily powerful and motivating. People who have used the High Blood Pressure Solution Kit often tell us how proud they are to have become a go-to source of life-changing information and advice for their friends and loved ones, because they've discovered, as you soon will as well, how your teeth can be giving you high blood pressure, how water can cure your high blood pressure, the big blunder doctors make with patients when it comes to high blood pressure, when high blood pressure readings don't mean you have high blood pressure, the high blood pressure drug that can actually cause heart failure, and another that has such terrible side effects, if you stop taking it, you may be forced to stay on it for life. The type of bread that lowers your blood pressure. The quickest, easiest, most powerful stress reduction technique ever discovered. Guaranteed to send your stress levels and your blood pressure plummeting. How much alcohol is helpful and how much is too much. It's surprisingly different for men and women. A type of salt that will not raise your blood pressure, and why avoiding salt can actually be dangerous to your health. The best type of garlic to use to lower your blood pressure by up to 11 points. Almost half of all people with high blood pressure have too low levels of this little-known vitamin. Getting more of it has been shown to help with other health issues as well, including arthritis and even Alzheimer's. The herb that lowers your blood pressure and is so good at strengthening your heart, it's also used to treat congestive heart failure. This common vitamin can give you an easy 9-point drop in blood pressure, but only if taken in this special way. Lowering your blood pressure can be as easy as eating this for breakfast. Some say this potent spice can actually stop a heart attack in its tracks. The drink that cuts the risk of high blood pressure in half. Tell everyone in your family. You don't have to change your diet, exercise, or even do anything to lower your blood pressure. Just get one of these. The enjoyable backyard fix for high blood pressure. The hidden connection between snoring and high blood pressure. What to take out of your bedroom that can both lower your blood pressure and improve your marriage. This simple handheld device lowers blood pressure 7 times better than regular exercise and twice as effectively as drugs. How to simply breathe your way to lower blood pressure. One last thing. I recently spent a few hours going through literally hundreds of emails and letters, and I wanted to share with you a few more of my favorites. From Bob Martin. After adding the 2 kinds of nuts and the juice recommended in the high blood pressure solution kit, I lowered my blood pressure from 157/97 to as low as 125/76. John Cantwell wrote, "A dentist wouldn't extract my tooth because my blood pressure was 160/96. He suggested I get on medication. Instead, I paid $20 for your high blood pressure solution kit. It wasn't worth $20. It's priceless. I got in the normal range in 10 days. Couldn't believe it myself. Anyone can do it." Linda Cox bought the kit on behalf of her partner. Now she says, "My partner's blood pressure came down 50 points in the first 2 weeks." Jane Rath's blood pressure was dangerously high. She writes, "My blood pressure was 198/178. I was nearly passing out at the wheel. Now it's 120/70. I'm so delighted. I feel great and have a lot of energy. Thank you." And finally, from Judy Doctor, "The high blood pressure solution kit gave me more information than any of my physicians." What would it be worth for you or someone you love to join these success stories? To live without high blood pressure? To live without all the expensive, dangerous, and harmful drugs? To live without the very real possibility of a heart attack or stroke at any moment hanging over your head? What are you paying now for all the pills and additional doctor's visits your high blood pressure necessitates? The good news is that the high blood pressure solution kit costs far less than you probably expect. As I promised earlier, we charge no more than we do for any of our reports, only $19.95. And you'll quickly make that back with the first prescription or doctor's visit that you won't need because of your wonderful, naturally normal blood pressure. What's more, I don't want you to take one iota of risk in requesting your copy of the high blood pressure solution kit. That's why, as with all my products, it comes with a 1-year, no questions asked, full money-back guarantee. It must work for you. It must lower your blood pressure naturally, safely, and inexpensively, or I insist you let me know so I can refund every cent you paid. Because I always want you to feel great about your dealings with Barton Publishing. So take a full year and put the high blood pressure solution kit to the test. Use it yourself. Share its natural blood pressure lowering secrets with your friends and family, with no risk whatsoever, because it must work for you. You must be fully satisfied with it, or I insist you ask for a refund. Look, if you've read this far, you're obviously interested, dedicated, and highly motivated to lower your blood pressure naturally once for all. Isn't that worth $2 to you? I should tell you, though, that I don't know how long I can keep it at this price, because I'm under a lot of pressure to raise the price to make it more in keeping with all the value we're giving away. Look, you have 3 choices here. You can take or stay on the drugs and try to forget about the expense, the consequences, and the fact that they may not be adding a single day to your life. Or you can spend hours and hours searching for natural cures on your own, trying to sort out the wheat from all the chaff, and then figure out on your own exactly what to do with what you've found. Or you can rely on Dr. Saunders and our experienced editors who have access to cutting-edge, late-breaking research that most people don't, who have spent many hundreds of hours finding and evaluating the very best natural cures out there for high blood pressure, and who have put them into the high blood pressure solution kit to make them as clear and easy for you to act on as possible. It's so very important to have normal, healthy blood pressure, and to do it without drugs that are expensive may not help you live any longer and can wreak havoc with your health in so many ways. It's important for you, and it's important for your family. Right now, while you're thinking about it, Resolve to get to the root of what's causing your high blood pressure and fix it quickly, easily, and naturally. Let today be the day that you'll always remember as the day you finally did something about what's really causing your high blood pressure, instead of relying on drugs to forcefully and unnaturally lower it. Go ahead, make yourself truly healthy by freeing yourself of both the many risks of high blood pressure and what for so many people becomes a lifetime dependence on drugs. Make your family happy and stop living your life under a dark cloud of worry about your health. Just click the big Add to Cart button that you see below. You'll get instant access to the High Blood Pressure Solution Kit, even if it's the middle of the night, so you can start lowering your blood pressure and getting healthier right away. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really hope you'll allow us to help you, just as we've helped so many others in the past. I'm Joe Barton, and I hope you have a fantastic day.